Tell you something, and I'm not even lying, man. This movie is so crazy because, for one, everybody. I'm saying it makes Christians look bad, but everybody in this movie is a piece of shit. Or they're being driven insane by the pieces of shit they're surrounded by. Because it's a town full of assholes, man. And if you're not one of them, or you're not dark and crazy like they are, then this town is trying to bring you down, and you just got to react. But you know what? I got to tell you, as dark as this is, I was loving this movie mostly. Look, hardly anybody leads a happy life in this film. You either getting your ass beat, you getting murdered, you getting raped. This is a movie with more man rape than female rape. The way they do it.
Yeah. And if you're a really good person, you get to die of cancer.
Yeah. Or if you just somebody who ain't doing nothing, you just get to die horribly sometimes. It gets so bad. Like, if you look, sometimes you might not get any of those things, and they still manage to make sure you get your feelings hurt. Man, look, I don't know what happened in Meade, Ohio, but these people are cursed. And I guess, man, when I say they hurt your feelings, I mean, it ain't like a soft hurt your feelings. It's rough. I tell you, one of the roughest scenes in this movie ain't got no blood, ain't got no violence. It's just it involves a chicken dinner. And I was like, man, even the way they broke this person's heart with this chicken dinner. I was like, God damn.
Like, you did not have to do that. That was completely unnecessary.
I was like, wow, man, can't nobody have no happiness in this. It was a simple chicken dinner.
I'm telling you, don't go to church.
Don't go to Meade, Ohio. Get the hell out of there as soon as you can. People just riding around to take your ass back in. I'm not even lying. People, they're just picking up people to just take your ass back in and then hurt you. But the reason why I enjoyed this, and I can already tell you probably enjoyed this as much as I did, but I was loving this, man. And I'm not, and that's just me. I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm fucked up. They said, damn, after cuties and you talking about this, what's wrong with that? Maybe it's you. But it's extremely dark. It's oppressively dark. But I could not predict what was going on at all. This has a very Pulp Fiction kind of, and I'm not saying Pulp Fiction in a fun Quentin Tarantino type way. What it is that you just get introduced to all these different characters one by one, and you have no idea what any of them have to do with each other or where their stories are going. And I had no clue where it was going, and it was fucked up where it was going. But I couldn't tell. I didn't know, and I was just enthralled by every one of these stories to see where it would go. And once I knew it was going to a dark place, well, then I was already bracing myself. I think that was because the performances are so great here, man. If you're listening, you're not watching. I mean, we were talking about what are we talking? You see Tom Holland's here. Sebastian Stan,
Bill Skarsgård,
Rob Pattinson. And this is what I liked about it. Now, you see a lot of people, because I can get it if dark is not your thing. If something is violent and depressing is not your thing. But I really was drawn in by the performances, because you get to see a lot of actors who already kind of expanded their range doing some dark stuff. They kind of trump that here. They go beyond. Robert Pattinson, as you know, is I've already said this. It's before Batman, because he was one of my favorite movies, because he played a piece of shit dark character in one movie. He became one of my favorite actors. That movie was Good Time.
You're incredible. Do you understand? Are you feeling this? Are you feeling the cause I'm feeling right now?
Yeah, I'm cold.
He ain't understood a I'm hungry. I ain't trying to make fun of the boy, but while you said it, yeah. Shit, he put him in a soul band, yeah.
I always think about him being in prison trying to change the TV station.
Like, yeah, that's right. You can't do that. Got his ass beat.
I know, it's like, boy, sit down. Somebody get him.
He thought he was at home. And plus, man, I'm sorry. I mean, I ain't trying to laugh. I could tell it was a comedy. His ass is so simple, he can't even tell when glass is there. Yeah, shit, he got his ass beat by glass before he tried to change that TV. He got it beat by people. But I think the performances are great, man. Because I like and it might be different for some people, but they have these thick ass accents. And it's a hard thing, especially for some of these people being British and Australian.
Yeah, a lot of men.
It's a lot of British and Australians. I know one Australian, but there's a lot of British people in here that you probably wouldn't tell. And yeah, they all lay that accent on pretty thick, man. But I think they come across as really small town losers without seeming like cartoonish rednecks. But and when I'm talking about Robert Pattinson outdarks himself from Good Time, man. This guy is, I mean, you know what? He goes beyond being a piece of shit. This is why I give him a rating. He's a fuck you. This guy is like he is complete trash in this movie. He truly is the devil that's entered the church. Even with that slimy ass voice you heard me doing earlier, man. But I tell you who I'm really impressed with. I'm really impressed with Tom Holland, man. Tom Holland. This is the first time that we've seen his dark, crazy side here.
Sure.
And because everyone's seeing, and they're used to seeing Tom Holland being, oh, look at old cute,
Mr. Stark.
Cute Tom Holland, hanging out on top of buildings, crying all night and shit. But people, Tom Holland in this, he's like, hey, don't let this Peter Parker shit fool you. I don't have to be Spider-Man to beat his ass. There's a scene in here that I love where he had enough. It made me think, even in real life, y'all better quit with this kid. You got them Spider-Man muscles now. You better get it. Now I've seen what he can do with them. But there's, I like it because while the movies, again, I don't need to tell you, I keep saying how just how dark it is and depressing. He is one of the things that is the heart of the film, and while everybody else, you just kind of like, all right, even with me feeling for you. You're kind of crazy. Yeah. You get what's coming to you. He seems the only one that cares about everybody and seems the only one that has any chance of surviving this town.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of no good sons of bitches out there.
My Lord, Irvin, you've been saying that almost since the day I met you. Well, maybe you should try praying for him then.
You already do enough for all of us. Where's it doing you much good, huh?
Now, Martin, I can tell because, you think I'll be keeping you quiet, but I can tell when you disagree, you just shut down. It's like, no, I don't want this.
I'm not shut down. I'm just letting you say your thing, man.
But I want to hear what you have to say, sir.
Because, you've worked hard. You've created your case. I'm being respectful.
And he's ready to come in and prove me wrong.
Now, ladies and gentlemen of the jury.
Your Honor, this asshole here knows not what he says.
Plot-wise, I like it.
Yeah.
And the darkness, I like.
You do?
Oh, yeah. I don't have a problem with that. My problem was how I didn't have a deep emotional connection with any of the characters.
Yeah, you can't.
But it's not even that, well, yeah, because it's so shitty and psychopathic.
Yeah.
But I really wasn't having that. Like, when something bad happened to people, I was always feeling like, I should care more about this. And it wasn't really affecting me that way. It's telling you everything that happened in it, yet it's not doing that deep dive. And it's a lot of Hollywood actors. I mean, in this case, superheroes.
Yeah.
They're here because it gives them a chance to drop their jaw and talk with a Southern accent. And it's not like their acting is bad, but I was like, you guys are all well-fed and fit and super handsome, and you are not the people from this country-ass backwater hillbilly town.
Man, you can't get past these superheroes, can you?
Oh,
you can't let Sherlock Holmes be Sherlock Holmes.
There's just something about that selling that commodity to me, where I'm like,
yeah.
I like my eyes see what they see.
Yeah.
And there's plenty of actors who pull this off and don't even give it a second thought. But with these guys, I was like, yeah, I'm just, man, you got the strong jawbone, and that's just not.
Yeah. That did not bother me.
But like I said, it's also that Arkansas thing. I was like, man, I feel like I've sat through this movie already.